Hey there, what is up, Plant Community? If you like my videos, go ahead, give me a like, share, subscribe, and thumbs up. So, Happy New Year's, everybody. I know it's a little bit late, but yeah, Happy New Year's. Um, I figured I'd do a general plant update, and this will include, of course, my trees. So let's look at the rose bushes. Here we can see they're brown. They're a real dark brown. What that means is they're in a dormancy until things warm up, and things are supposed to be warming up. So, yeah, they're gonna be pretty brown, and they're gonna stay immensely brown until things just really warm up again. So, it's an update on the rose bushes. Let's go over to the gold mop cypress or the cedar. The cedar had some dieback this year. I actually thought I was going to lose this guy, but he's looking all right. I thought I was going to lose him because of the simple fact he really did freeze. All the cacti and succulents are doing good. Looks like, though, as I'm looking, my zone 7 sedum died. So, yeah, looks like we're not going to be seeing him again. Yucca looks like it might be alright. A little right now. Some of this wow, what? Cacti, bleh, was even a word, is going to be moved. Some of this prickly pear. I got a spineless prickly pear, and it's just over here. It's too crowded with prickly pear, so I'm going to be removing a lot of prickly pear. So yeah, that's an update for this summer's garden. Of course, somebody had to move the logs because they couldn't just get to things like they need to. This guy's doing good. He's actually healed really well like I needed him to. Right there, you can see the scar. And he's starting to heal from that scar, so tissue has reconnected, which means this whole trunk line right here will revive and it will be just fine. So that's a nice little update there. Because I remember last year when they were doing all this up here that it fell and yeah, really damaged the shrub over there. But luckily now it's healing. Here we have my Norfolk Island pines. I'm going to be repotting them whenever I get more soil. They did really good this year. I accidentally left them out in freezing temperatures. They did take a little bit of damage, as you can see here, but other than that, they did good. They pushed right through it. I'm happy, so that's always good whenever your trees can push right through it. The cypress here needs a repot, needs a bigger pot. Yeah, so I gotta do that. Also, this year, gotta have to give him from the white to one of these pots underneath here because yeah, he's just he's outgrown that pot, and it's harder for him to wick up moisture, which is why we're seeing some brown tips here. So yeah, we'll definitely have to do that. And then here we have my European cypress, or the L. woodii cypress. Still has some dead there, but other than that, he is growing and he is doing quite all right. All right, we're going to go to the back now. Actually, before we go to the back, I forgot to mention my monkey puzzle tree. My monkey puzzle tree has been doing all right. It's been going in now. I don't think it's been appreciating that, but I don't want to keep it out in freezing temperatures when it's only a seedling. So, yeah, I've been bringing them in now. All right, now we're going to go to the back. All right, we're into the back now. So, going to be looking at just plants in general. So, here is, yeah, my macho fern. Not looking the best. I had to bring him in because it was way too cold, but now that things are starting to warm up, he will do better. He will put out more growth, especially since lately it's been foggy. So, like, all that moisture, as you can see on the ground, and not sure you can see it very well on the foliage, but there's some moisture, and, ferns really love that. So, he's been doing good. There's actually a new sprout there that looks like it's going to be doing better now. Of course, we have some damaged foliage, and some of that was from the frost. So, yeah, it should do good. It should recover, and it should come back. So, that's a bit of an update. Oh, he didn't get all the water like I was wanting him to. This is my, trying to think of the name. Hold on, it'll come to me. Cast iron plant. There we go. Yeah, the cast iron plant. I have plans of trying to zone push him. Because I did find out that people plant these actually in a zone 7. So I'm thinking maybe I can go a zone up with protection. And he's been doing pretty good outside, taking the cold. I think right there, right in there, if we look, there's a new little stem right there. So he's not doing too bad. He's probably appreciating the outdoors more than he is indoors. Here we have my Silver Lady tree fern. Funny thing about these guys is their fronds start out skinny and small, then they widen up as they get more light and as they get the moisture they need. Poor guy. Had to bring him in too because it just got too cold. But he's back outside now. I'm sure he's going to do great. And it's been warm, and there's just been moisture in the air, so I'm sure they're appreciative of that. Sorry, had a potential for a loud vehicle. Didn't want that to come through. So, yeah. He's got a lot of dead fronds, but I'll trim those off during the spring. Of course, nothing new with the perennials going on here. That one's still looking pretty good, though. Alright, so going over to the bonsai area over here. So Boxwood is doing just fine. He did great. This guy that's supposed to be a cold hardy, yeah, he feels kind of firm down here, but on top it looks like he had quite a severe dieback. I don't think he's going to make it, but it was a mystery seed, so if he does, he does. If he doesn't, well, that sucks, Would love to see him grow. Then we can go over here. See that everything over here is pretty much dormant for the year. Got some trash that needs to be cleaned up because people don't know how to throw their trash away, so yep. That's my life. Cleaning people's trash because they like to be polluting. Anyways, enough complaining. I'll have to, of course, remove these big stalks. These big old stalks. Kind of like bamboo whenever they harden up and things. Yep, nothing really out here to show. It's kind of a sad time of year. Leaves cover up everything, which I appreciate. It makes it easier for some of these plants to go into a proper dormancy. And then we have some random trees that grew in the garden. I kind of said, all right, if I can't cut you back, I'm just going to treat you like bonsais, because at this point, it's just ridiculous. We can see some of my flowers I planted when I was a kid are still here. Yes, as a kid, I was more interested in plants than I was toys. But I like toys equally. I remember as a kid wanting to grow a tree in my house, and Mom said I couldn't do it, and now look, I'm growing all kinds of trees. And then here we have my Schefflera, dwarf Schefflera, or Chinese umbrella plant. It's doing pretty good. It's kind of correcting its growth. We got some new, good-looking potential growth right here. Of course, it all needs a new pot, a bigger pot. It's pretty rooted in this pot, so yeah. And then over here, we have my mom's, mums. I mean, not mums, tulips. Sorry about that, tulips. Yeah, I don't plant tulips in the ground, because they are considered an invasive species here. And if it can invade and just completely take over easily without no control, I don't want to plant it. If it's so easy just to invade, I just prefer not to plant it. So things like, cedars and things like that, you can control easily. But when it comes down to something that is harder to control, I don't plant it. Just like these guys right here. Trying to think of the name of them, but yeah, I mean I can't remember the name of them, but you guys seen them in other videos. Hostas, there we go, hostas. Hostas, they're easy to control, because in a shaded area, they're good until they get out here. Then they tend to fry and die back, and they just don't do good, and they die. Or you can dig them up, plant them up, and give them to other people. Or you could just dig them up and kill them that way. They're more easier to control. But when it comes down to tulips and things, are not so easy. In fact, since those guys got nodes, I wonder real quick, we'll go on a little adventure together, me and you guys. And no, they have not came up. Oh, yes it is. Right there it is. It's starting to come up. They're lilies of some sort. I forget the name, but when they come up, I'll show you guys. The day lengths are getting longer, so yeah, plants are kind of starting to grow, but it's not even spring yet, so, we still might have some major cold chills coming in and things like that. So, yeah, it's a bit of an update on just my average normal trees and my plants that I keep outside. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a good rest of the day.